Bitches rocking inches cause they following the leader. I should switch it up on hoes and rock an afro like Lupitas. I don't keep up with the Joneses, but I do know Captain Zeta. I'm with Candace, TT, Timby.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a new video featuring Wondess Hair. I have in there Peruvian body wave in a 14-inch frontal closure, 16, 18, and 20-inch bundles. And today I will be showing you how I do the hot glue gun method to construct this whole unit. So if you would like to see that, just keep on watching. Alright, so let me start by giving you my first impressions of this hair before we even dive into the whole like how-to part. There's going to be two parts with this hair. This first video is just going to be how I constructed it using this hot glue gun method because I had never done it before, and also my first time doing a closure unit. And then we will get into part 2, which will be uploaded on another day, maybe the same day. Should I do 2 videos in one day? Who knows? But part 2 will be how I did the highlights, styling, and installing this unit. Like, I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. And then also on part 2, I'll give a full review how the hair acted. All that good jazz. So, let me give you my first impressions. This hair, oh my god, I'm so in love with it. So my first impressions of the hair is that it was really soft and the wave pattern was really nice. The bundles were full, and of course usually shorter bundles are full. And to get this complete head, I did utilize the full 3 bundles. It didn't necessarily need it, but I was stuffing them in there. But today I tried a new technique because I be having to make wigs like back to back to back to back to back, and I'm just so slow at hand sewing. And then I have this my hand is still recovering from my stitches and whatnot, so like I really don't have full, like this hurts, that hurts, full range of motion in my hands or whatever. So I'm like, bruh, this is probably about the best time to try this hot glue gun method. And when I say I'm never probably gonna hand sew a wig again, never. When I say this method is so quick and I still feel so secure, and I'm like, even if I don't like it, like when I have some time, I can just go back through. I'll go back through with my sewing machine and sew it. So that'll even be an even more secure hold. But my hair, I'm not out here like getting it in. Nobody's pulling on it. None of that. So this hot glue gun method is the bee's knees. Okay, so that's what we're going to get into today. Today I'm just going to show you how I constructed this wig using the hot glue gun method. The only thing that I had to sew on this wig was the closure. That's the only part I sewed down. And then also doing a closure wig. This is the first time for me doing a closure wig, and I actually think that closure wigs are harder than frontal wigs. Like trying to get this mug to lay flat, that was a struggle for me. I was like, bruh, how long? So let's go ahead. If you want to see how I constructed this full closure unit with the hot glue gun method, just keep on watching. Alright, so today's hair is from Wondess Hair. We have in the Peruvian body wave with a 14-inch closure, 16, 18, and 20-inch bundles. This hair is really full, really soft, really nice. Like, I'm absolutely in love with it. As you can tell, the color is like a 1B, a little bit, the longest bundle is a little bit lighter than 1B, but the hair just felt so good. It was so soft. It was just super lit and so full. It was really full. Even the closure was really, really, really full. Like, I was very impressed. And I did not need to tint the lace on it. It was already like the perfect color. I just bleached the knots and it lifted really easily. You can see that pretty much would melt into my skin. So right now I'm just putting I have the cap on my head, my wig cap, and I'm pinning the closure to where I need the closure to sit on my head. And this is my first closure wig, so it was a little bit tricky trying to get it to lay flat. So that was my biggest struggle, as you'll see shortly. Alright, so after I have it pinned on the cap to where I think I need it, I just went ahead and parted the hair to make sure like it was in the middle. This is where I really wanted it to sit on the actual cap before I started, sewing it down. Parted it, and to also check my knots to see what they look like, and they were litty. Oh my gosh, I was so proud of how these turned out. So I actually watched my closure this time when it was bleaching, so it was bomb. Freaking love. Really, really good quality. So now that I have it all situated, I'm gonna take it off my head and put it on my mannequin and start trying to lay it flat. Like, this took me forever. Whoa, oh my goodness. Puts other wig on. Tragedy. I'm a whole joke. So now I'm going to start trying to attempt to lay this freaking closure flat. Like, it was a mess. But what I suggest you do, you really have to pin one side and then the other, and then pull the back flat and get it however you need it, because trying to go around how you do a frontal does not work. One side is going to be not flat. So you have to pin one side, then pin the other, and then pin the back, and that's the same way you should sew it. Sew one side, then sew the other, so it's nice, tight, and flat going across the front of your head, and then you can pull it back and finesse the back, because that part will be covered up anyway, but you really want to make sure that front area is flat. You can see we pinned it down, hit the struggle bus. I was over it. I was working on this for like an hour. I could not get it to lay right, and I could not figure out why. It was a hot mess, y'all. Hot mess. But I finally got it to lay flat, and what I should have done is started with the knot at the front of the closure. I did it on the other side, but I'm just showing you my mistake so you won't make the same one. So you can have your knot in the back of the closure, so it won't be like a knot at the front of your head. So start sewing at the front and then work your way back. Tie knots, cut it, work the other side, same thing, and then work the back. This is what the closure looked like after I finished sewing all three sides. It's nice and flat. It looks good. I'm pretty proud of it, even though it took me forever. So now we're gonna start gluing. We're gonna open up our first bundle and get this thing popping. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So my glue gun, y'all know I'm a crafter, so I just got glue guns on deck. I probably got like 3 or 4, but you can get them at Michael's, you can get them at any craft store, you can get them off of Amazon, you can get them at Walmart. You can get them from anywhere. So I put plastic bags on my mannequin head because that's what I saw in the other videos. Some people say to use tape. They said it's easier. Ain't nobody got time to be buying no packaging tape. That's money, okay? Everybody, if you are of African American descent, I know you got a bag full of bags somewhere at the crib. Take some of them bags, put it on your mannequin head, and you're good to go. It really was not that hard to take off at all. So I let my glue gun heat up while I was getting all that situated. And you just really go back and forth. You do it sections at a time. You cannot put a whole like track's worth of glue. It will dry and you'll be wasting glue and wasting time. So do it in small sections. Put a little bit of glue, lay your track down and press it against it. Just like slide on across, and you can just keep gluing and pressing and sliding. Gluing and pressing and sliding. And when I say this took me like no time. It took me like 2 hours this first time just to do it right, but when I got in my groove, oh, baby girl was zooming, okay? So the glue just comes right off if you do happen to get it on the track or on the hair at all. You know, just move quickly with it. If you just rub your finger across it, it's gonna just come right off. So don't even worry about that. As you can see how quickly, this is how quick I felt like I was moving. Just glue it and press it and glue it and press it. Now do be careful with hot glue guns because some of them can get really, really hot and the glue can burn your finger. As you can see there, when it was kind of like coming off, that's because I wasn't moving quick enough and pressing it down. I had pressed down like the first section, but not the back. So I did not cut any of the wefts until I got to the top of the wig. So I just did the flip over method, and I just put the glue to all the way up to the corner of the closure, and then I just flipped the hair back and started doing the same thing, gluing and pressing and sliding. And that's really it. So this whole way up until I get to about like the middle of the head, I did this U shape. So we're making sure our bundles, our tracks, wefts, whatever you want to call them, are laying flat and nice and even. You're getting all the length out of your bundles. And when you get to the middle, that's when you start going straight. And I separated the tracks maybe like a finger's width apart. It's how much space I left in between them. So you can see better here how I did the flip back method. I really just put a little line of glue and then flip it back. And this actually lays flatter gluing it with the flip over method than it does sewing with the flip over method, which, I mean, I guess it's not really weird. It's less stuff. But yep, I just keep going back and finishing up this bundle, and then at the, I guess that's the crown. Is that the crown? I start the track, and then I'm gonna measure it across the cap and cut it, and then just keep gluing and laying and sliding like I was normal. You don't want to put a whole, again, you still don't want to put a whole line of glue because it will dry. So you just keep repeating that process until you're up next to your closure. When I say this is the easiest method, the quickest method, oh my god, I'm so, I don't know why I didn't try this sooner. I'm so mad at myself because I could have saved myself so much time. So yep, we get all up close to it, and then we're just gonna pull the closure hairs back. And you have a fully secured wig. Like, this wig feels so secure. And to smooth that out, I just use mousse after I show you how it's done. So this is our finished unit. And I just move my hands slowly, taking the glue, like separating the wig from the plastic bags. And that was it. The one thing that I did not show on here is I did put a track on the inside of the wig going across the back of the bundle in case I wanted to put my hair up or if the wind blows. All of that will be secure and good to go. So the last thing I did was cut the wig cap off of where the closure part is, just like you would do a frontal wig. And really, then you're good to go. But stay tuned for part 2 when I show you how I color and style and install this unit and my full review on this hair. So that's it. Like, when I say this is the bombest, most bomb method ever created in the history of creating methods. So I do think if I ever want to, I will go back with my sewing machine, and I'll probably do a tutorial on that and just go back and sew it so the wig will be even more secure. But it feels really good as of now. All right, guys, this is our finished look. I was just so happy after I constructed the wig, because I was gonna sit down, wear the wig before I colored it, and you know, talk about it then so I could have 2 different endings. But we're gonna have the same ending because I just got so excited after I constructed. I'm like, this wig is legit. Like, it feels secure, it feels good, and it's just hot glue, and took me no time. And then when I get better with it, like quicker with the method, oh, we're gonna be busting out wigs like boom, 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 boom. Okay, so yeah, so this is our finished product. This is our finished unit, our finished look. Let me just go ahead and get a little spin. In love, so in love. Like, and I'm really not a fan of closures. Like, I don't like closures, but I like this. It looks so good. It bleached so well. Like, please check my knots. Check my knots. So freaking good. I'm just staring at myself. It's like I'm just living for these highlights and everything. So thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in part 2 of how we did these highlights and styling and installing. So stay true.
I push a Lamborghini, chocha magic like Houdini. My body shaped like genie, booty dreamy, waist is teeny. Yes, I told him to get titles, so he stream me when he leave me. I go hard in the booth, Biggie.